Welcome, folks, to the Little Apple, Manhattan, Kansas, in the Bill Snyder Family Stadium, home to the Kansas State Wildcats, where you're going to hear the phrase "Emaw" around here. Every man and woman is a Wildcat. It's a late season, top 25 matchup here. Two teams that have earned the right to be ranked will test each other, and there's big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on the 11th ranked team, Kansas State Wildcats. 3A Sports College Football. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it here. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
The back's got it on the pitch. Breaks loose at the 40. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a first down. Great execution on the option.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The big fullback's got it here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
One thing about the college game is everybody likes to run a version of the spread. But there's still an opportunity every once in a while for the old fullback to get in there and show you what he can do. He reminds you on that play right there.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Pitches to the back. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That's one of the more impressive drives that I've seen in a long time. They did not throw the football, and this running back got behind that big offensive line, just moved the ball all the way down the field, and then finally into the end zone. That is very discouraging for this defense.
So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. On the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. That gain moves the ball out near the 25. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here comes a handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flashed at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
They'll They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Great cut there. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great...
Intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch play to the back. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big gain that time. That's great execution. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Same tailback, another carry. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. The offensive coordinator bringing in some more blockers on the field. It's the full house. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. And there's the handoff. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
He'll pitch it. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, I just thought that would be a foregone conclusion. 3rd down in inches, no problem. Quarterback sneak, first down. But no, the defensive line holds their point of attack and pushes him. It looked like no gain to me. It'll be 4th down in inches.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Give it to the big fullback here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
The defense bringing out some big bodies to stop the run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. The talk strategy here. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Wyoming. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker room.
So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. They'll try the option play here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. The offense going very heavy, bringing in more blockers. He'll hand it off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Well, this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Penalty sets him back, makes it 1st and long. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of his sticks.
This is why running the footballs...
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the handoff. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first.
And now it's fumbled. What a decision. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They're going to run the option. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this. Back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And a player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the plus 40. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And now the handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. And the quarterback just sneaks it.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the 1st down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The offense now operating in the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Snags a quick throw. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's first and goal right there. First and goal for the offense. Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Moves the ball up to the 30. Second down after that run on the previous play. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Tackle, but first down. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. They'll run it here. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Now it's 2nd down here. They feed the fullback this time. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Ranks up a 1st and 10. And now a carry here for the fullback. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Well, they feed the fullback here, and the big fella with a solid gain there.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of college offenses that still display a fullback. It sure is nice to see a guy that not only can block most of the game, but occasionally get his hands on the football and get some positive yards.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Leading here in the 4th quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Here's a carry for the fullback. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
What a job by this offense. Risky call on 4th down, but they come up with the conversion. And as an offense, you got to feel a lot better after that one. Soon they can think about putting this one away. And a few more runs like this on early downs will help their cause.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Got space, looking to score. Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and get first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Second down and goal. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
So the win streak continues. Kirk, this team could have gone either way after that loss. They have regrouped and responded really well.
Yeah, I think it's important to reference that loss, Chris, from a few weeks ago, but that's now a distant memory. This team right now is firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be exciting to see how they close out the season and see if they can make a run and see if they can make it tough on the CFP committee on whether or not they get a shot.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.